So it is trickier because you're working with bigger numbers, but what we can do is try to estimate. So if I had 30 and 30, that would be about 60, and then I'd put the 5 in here twice, so that'd be about 70. So do you think that goes into 67 one or two times? So you kind of just have to take a guess. So I know that it's too big to fit 2 of them in there, so it only goes in one time. 1 times 35 is 35. Now we do 67 minus 35, so 7 minus 5 is 2, 6 minus 3 is 3. How many times does, and we bring down the 5, how many times does 35 go into 325? So this is where we could do an estimate. Well, if it went in 10 times, it would be 350, which is close to 325. So I'm going to take a guess and say maybe it's about 9 times. Now we might have to do, suppose it wasn't 9, then I'd have to try 8. Then I might have to try 7, right? But I'm pretty good at estimating, so usually I'm pretty close. So I usually only have to do 1, but you might have to do 2 or 3 just until you get used to it. So then we do 5 times 9 is 45. 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 4 is 28, 29, 30, 31. So it's 315, which is close. 9 times 35 is 315. And then we do 325 minus 315 is a remainder of 10. So does that kind of make sense? You do the same thing you do when you're just doing something like this. It's just you're working with a bigger number. So for this one, we would do 5 goes into 6 one time. 5 times 1 is 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. Bring down the 5. 5 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. We bring down the 5. 5 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. So it's still daddy, mommy, sister, brother, dog. Division, multiplication, subtraction, and bring down. It's just we have a bigger number. So let's try another one. 67, and we'll do 873. So 67 goes into 87 one time. 1 times 67 is 67. Then we do a subtraction, and then we bring down the 3. 67 goes into 203. So I don't know how many times it goes in, so I'm just going to take a guess. This is about 70. So if I did 70 plus 70, it's the same as 7 plus 7 is 14, but I'm doing 70 plus 70, so it's 140. So 140 does get me close to 203, right? But we might be able to fit one more 67 in there. We're not sure. So we're going to do 67 times 2 is 134. And we did a good estimate, right? 140 is close to 130. But maybe we could fit another one in. So I'm going to do 67 times 3 is 201. So I was able to fit one more group of 67 in, so it goes in 3 times, and 3 times 67 is 201, and then we subtract. 203 minus 201 is a remainder of 2. Does that kind of make more sense, Gigi? Okay, good. For your reading, you're going to do your 3 1-minute reads for 20 minutes a day. And then I would like you to, you got some of these marked off your list. So I crossed those ones out. And then I'm going to teach you about, you didn't watch the video at all, honey? Okay, so these ones are still going to be ones that we have to practice. So T-I-V-E makes tiv. So this word, you can't even see, is constructive. The E doesn't really say anything, but we do keep it on there for spelling. So this one is constructive. You have to go back to sounding out. I know you don't want to, but you're not ready to be without it. Sometime soon you will, but just right now we're not ready for that yet. This one we have AL is ol, and the E makes the I say its name. So this word is ka-ap it ol eyes, because the E made the I say its name. This is a sight word. It's easy. When we add an ER onto a word or an EST and it ends in a Y, sometimes we change the Y to an I and we add the ER or the EST. So this word is easy, and the root word to this word is easy. And then when we drop the Y and change it to an I and add ER, this becomes easier and easiest. This is a sight word. It's discuss. If we sounded it out, it would be discoose. But it's a sight word, so it doesn't totally follow the rules. This word is ER makes interpret. TION makes shun, so it's motion. If you don't sound these words out, Gigi, you're probably not going to get them correct, and it's going to make you not be able to read 4th and 5th grade stuff easily. But the good news is you're going to start seeing it and not have to go through the steps. You're just not there yet. But I promise it happens where when you're an adult, you're not going to have to go TION, or when next year you're not going to have to go TIN make shun. It's just your brain is going to remember it and it's going to see it, but it is the way that you are going to get to a 4th and 5th grade reading level. It's the only way, because we can't memorize all the words in the world, right? So this word, no blend, blot. This word is I have an ing here, so distinguish. I know a word that's like that. It's distinguish. So it almost makes sense. This word is bell, and this could be OW makes O, and it also makes ow. Is it below or below? It's below. This E makes this A say its name. Locate. What word do I know that's like locate? Locate. And we know sometimes our vowels make a long sound like O, even when there's really no reason for that to happen. But we always try to sound it out with a ah instead, and then say, what about if I changed it to O sound? Locate or locate? Locate. This one, same thing. Revise. We have a silent E. It made the I say its name. This word is a sight word. It's apply. This word is a sight word. Compare. This is a sight word. Create. So for our sight words, we just have to memorize them, which means we have to maybe make an index card or write them on a piece of paper, and we just have to do them over and over until we see this word and we just know that that's apply, compare, create, declare, determine. Those are all just words we have to memorize. Now, here's one of the other words that we were talking about before. Here's our root word, like easy was, right? So we have the word create, and from create, we could make creation, creative, and we just learned that TIVE actually makes tiv, not tive. So this one, they dropped the E and they added ION, and this one they dropped the E and they added IVE. But the root word is create. So this is creation, creative. Okay. This word right here makes sense. We can sound it out. Contrast. Evaluate. E makes the A say its name. Evaluate. What word do I know like evaluate? Evaluate. So this one almost makes sense. This one we have a lot going on in the word. A-R-P-H, and this A says its name because of silent E. So this word is paraphrase. Paraphrase. What word do you know like paraphrase? You might not know this word. It's paraphrase. And what this means is I read a book, and when I tell somebody what the book is about, I'm not going to give exactly the words that they used. I'm going to paraphrase it or put it in my own words. This word is E makes the I say its name, define. And then this word is capable. L-E makes U, capable. Let's try, sometimes my A says its name for no reason, so I'm going to try it that way. Capable. Yep, that is it. Capable means you can do something. You are capable of reading well and reading above grade level. You just have to follow the steps and it will happen. Okay, I-O-N makes yun. When you see it at the end, it makes yun, like this one. Creation makes T-I-O-N, makes shun, and I-O-N makes yun. So we have A-N makes an, compan, and then I-O-N makes yun, companion. Okay, and then I am just going to go through, these are sight words right here. Although, bachelor, all together. And then this one is the E makes the A say its name, and we have an ER. So it's bake. This is the root word, to bake something. And some place that sells goods that are baked is called a baker. A baker, or a baker-y, bakery. S-I-O-N makes shun, so we read this one, and we read it compassion, compassion. A-L at the end of a word makes ul, O-R makes or, abnormal, abnormal. A-L at the end of a word, A-R makes R, carnival, carnival. Now, Gigi, we have to get these done every week because look at how many words we have. This is how many words we have left for 4th grade. And if we don't get them done, reading is going to stay a little tricky when you're reading a 4th grade book because these are a lot of words that 4th grade books are going to use. So, we have our 3 1-minute reads, and we have that list to do. And then just really quickly, I'm going to do a couple words for spelling. S-A-I-D is said. G-O-E-S is goes. H-E-R-E is here. T-W-O is to, like the number 2. W-H-Y is why. A-N-Y is any. And W-A-N-T is want. So S-A-I-D said. G-O-E-S goes. H-E-R-E here. T-W-O to. W-H-Y-Y. A-N-Y any. W-A-N-T want. Let's do it again. S-A-I-D said. S-A-I-D said. S-A-I-D said. Goes. G-O-E-S goes. G-O-E-S goes. G-O-E-S goes. Next one. H-E-R-E here. H-E-R-E here. H-E-R-E here. 2. T-W-O-2. T-W-O-2, like the number 2. T-W-O-2. T-W-O-2. Y. W-H-Y. 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 Any. A-N-Y. A-N-Y, A-N-Y, A-N-Y. Last one, want. W-A-N-T, W-A-N-T, W-A-N-T.